Hey y'all, my name is Aaliyah Grace. I'm doing this stream tonight. It was actually something that was kind of sort of requested, um, over time, especially when I announced that I was leaving the channel. But before any of that, thank you guys for coming. For the two of you that are here, thank you for joining. Um, Well, to get the first things first, my name's Aaliyah Grace. It's not my birth name, that's the name I go by. So just call me Aaliyah. I am in my 20s. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I had been a mod for the channel Without a Crystal Ball um, since it began. And over time, when things started to happen, was when I started to leave. Well, when I knew I had to leave. But I didn't want to like betray the loyalty of a good friend or someone who I perceived to be a good friend. So, give me a moment. Let me go grab this outline that I made because my mind is going blank right now. All right, so I got my introduction out of the way. Here's some simple housekeeping. My simple housekeeping is basically this. Follow me on Twitter, chapter Epilogue. Follow me on Instagram, chapter Epilogue. Um, if you want to get me out of this hotel that I'm living in, check out my PayPal in the link below. Or if you just like the video, you can give me money. I don't care personally. Um, so now that we got that, who is Katie Joy Paulson to me? Oh, baby. You got some more? Can you give me some water? Katie Joy Paulson was someone that I considered a really close friend of mine from late 20s. Is this cold? What's that called? Late 2017 to early late 2017, early 2018. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. And we had maintained a friendship. And then she started her YouTube channel. And of course, me feeling like I was, supposed to be that friend, I said, you know what, let me go support my friend and subscribe. And, I started participating in chat and all of those things. And of course, she made me moderator right away. She's like, oh, I recognize you. Even though your username's different on YouTube, but I recognize your photos. So that was how I became a mod. It just happened one day. I apologize. Um, I really I don't. Hey, Shawty, I miss you too. I really don't like making videos much. As you can see, I'm not a very public person. This is something new to me. Not my, this is not my niche. This is not my forte. But I did it because I did the stream really more so for closure for myself, not just because other people were asking me to do it. It was more closure for myself than anything else. So, yeah, my role was I was her mod from the beginning of her channel until December of 2020. I was hospitalized in December of 2020 for sunshine and rainbow type things that YouTube doesn't let us talk about. But needless to say, it was serious, and um, nobody noticed I was gone. And that was when I realized, not even she noticed I was gone. I, I had to stop and realize that I was being a friend to someone who didn't really care about what happened with or to me. And it really hurt my feelings. Like, in the worst of ways. Oh, and while it's on my mind, before I go any further, because this video is about 3 of my worst experiences on the Without a Crystal Ball channel, specifically with Katie Joy. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like the video, all of that stuff I gotta say in every video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the bell for the notifications if you want to see when I make new videos. I don't know when I'm gonna make new videos, y'all. You just hit the bell anyway. So I apologize. Number 3. Worst incident number 3. It really it didn't become an issue until I looked back on it and thought, wow, that was messed up. In this particular instance, it was Katie, I'm sorry, Without a Crystal Ball. KJP, whatever people prefer. She sent a tweet and outed me as addict, which I don't care that people know. I'm usually really open about it, but I felt like in that particular situation, I should have been at least asked before there was a tweet on, Twitter, on the Twitter sphere about, Aaliyah, what is your opinion as a recovering addict about such and such and such and such? I woke up to that tweet and I was kind of horrified, but then I was like, well, I do tell everybody about it. So that was my number 3 worst incident. Wow, it feels like I'm speeding through here. Am I? Number 2. Um, this is kind of a complicated story. Some of the older fans may remember this, but number 2 worst incident was when I was in. This was actually before a stream. I had asked. Someone asked me rather, because I had been gone for a while. With my foot surgery, I had a car accident in March of 2019, and I was basically in a wheelchair for most of that year because I had to have 2 surgeries on my broken right foot. So there was that. Um, but what happened in the stream, I was asked how I was doing because it had been a while since I had been in the stream or in chat rather, and I said something to the effect of, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing better. Just my depression is really kicking my butt." And she shut down the stream and chastised me. She said that I knew better than to talk about those things in chat and to take it to Discord. And other people left, of course, because of that. I felt really abandoned. I really did because I feel like because it did take her a while to send me a message asking me if I was okay, after she chastised me for disrupting the stream. And that was really hard. That was a last straw for a few people. I actually remember that a few people left over that. And I don't know why I didn't. The kind of person that I am, I really try my best to display loyalty. I give my all to a relationship. I really do. And I was extremely loyal to someone who didn't, who wouldn't even answer my messages. My best friend. My cousin is 26 years old, was 26 years old. And I remember when I heard he died, the first thing I did was I messaged Katie, even though I I felt like I had had pretty much enough by then. This actually just happened right after Christmas, and the the part that hurt the most wasn't that she didn't respond, it's that she would respond when I would defend her, but when I needed my friend, I didn't have that, and that was extraordinarily hurtful, like more than words can describe. And I know I'm going a little off the cuff here, but and I had a whole outline, I had a structure, I had all this stuff, and I kind of knew I would run off topic. That's why I made an outline so I can kind of keep some of it together. Um, so shutting down the stream was number two. Um, Number one, this actually does kind of tie into number one, that story, because it was Christmas 2020. So this past Christmas, my cousin died right after Christmas. I was in the beginning of December. I had a hospital stay, of course. I stayed for about a week. Katie did not notice I was gone, nor did it seem like she cared. So, and I want to reiterate that everything expressed in this stream is only my experience from my point of view, and the things that I say about my perception of what happened are only my opinions. So let's just keep that from being misconstrued. But Christmas 2020, and some of my friends do know about this because it was one of the most hurtful things that had happened, um, as far as that situation goes. But I don't know if, any of you remember, but around Christmas, Katie did a live stream um, about filling people's Amazon wish lists. And the thing was, I felt like she stole that idea from me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because December, no, it wasn't even December yet. It was November 30th. I said to Katie, hey, I know that everyone's having a hard year, but I am having a really hard time. And I made an Amazon wish list for my daughter. I have a 6-year-old daughter named Anna. And I was wondering, I'm not asking you for money or anything. Could you just share my wish list so, people could buy stuff for my daughter for Christmas? I didn't have anything on there for me. Um, and of course, my friends that were there that at the particular time that this happened, um, they do know that there was nothing on there for me. It was all dolls and little girl stuff and cute little. She loves unicorns. Frozen. Oh my goodness, Frozen. So yes, the end of November, I asked Katie if she would be able to share my daughter's wish list. Um, because I wanted to be able to put something under the tree for her. 2020 was an awful year for a lot of people. But she told me no, that she did not do fundraisers, she didn't promote fundraisers, and that it was no hard feelings. There was nothing, against me, but she couldn't do it. And then, of course, a couple weeks later, she did the Amazon wishlist drive, which is something that I do, by the way, every year in a group that I run. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. I will say, and I thought about leaving this out, but no, this is important too. The reason, the specific reason, when I finally had enough and just left, that was ask Debbie what happened. Yeah, I said it when she went off on those women in the chat for talking about They're deceased children. That was when I finally got back home and I saw that stream, because I think I was in the hospital when she made that stream. When I saw it, I announced that I was leaving right away. And honestly, it was a long time coming. I don't blame people for feeling like, oh, well, you stuck with the ship this long. You should have sunk with it. I don't blame people for feeling that way. So, I only know my truth, my story, and my own personal experience. Um, there's not a whole lot of people here, but if you do have questions, um, you can put them in the chat. I would really, really like to hear what you guys think. But if you have any questions, you can send me a message on Twitter, um, or Instagram, and the username is the same as my YouTube name, Chapter Epilogue, but no spaces. So if you did want to contact me, that would be the ideal way to do it, via Twitter or Instagram. I also wanted to extend the invitation. If someone else wanted to share their experience, then I'm open for sharing anonymously. I don't out people. I'm not out here for likes, views, and money. Not really. There's But I'm tired of feeling scared. I hate feeling like I was intimidated to not say anything. And to be totally frank, with everything that happened, because my friendship with Katie went back to like the end of 2017, okay? What I and people ask me about what's the deal between me and Jessie Bear. Me and Jessie Bear have no deal. There's nothing going on with me and Jessie Bear. We don't know each other really. Um so but I did, however, feel like, especially in the mod group, that in Katie's circle, that I felt like the token black girl. I will say that that's how I felt. And that's not a good feeling at all. But at the same time, I didn't want to break my loyalty. So there was that too. I don't, um, oh yes, let me wrap this up. So my last little bit of housekeeping, I do want to say again, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my perception of the events that happened from my own point of view. So therefore, everything I say cannot be construed as fact. It's opinion only. So don't sue me. I ain't got no money. However, um, if you want more streams like this, or if you have questions or want to share something with me, then you guys, my inbox is open. You got questions, whatever, get me on Twitter or Instagram. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in with me. And I guess I will